Guys, welcome to another episode of the Unlaced podcast.
Quarantine
Quarantine
style.
special. We're all at home, as you can see again. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's social distancing up here.
6 feet.
um,
6 feet.
I'm your host, Chris. Uh, one camera is Gabe with the long hair.
Yo, Jeremie got the glow over there. I'm looking a little
It's the
pale.
lighting.
You know,
It's the lighting.
Damn.
I'm in a
It's
dungeon.
a
Damn.
it's a natural lighting over
You
here.
see that shit?
That's crazy. And then the Kyrie enthusiast, you guys know him well, Jeremy. Welcome to
What's
the show.
good?
Thank you guys for joining. We're gonna have a fourth. But prayers out to Gage and his mom. She had some complications at a grocery store earlier. So until he figures that all out, he said he will contact me and let me know if he wants to jump on a call. So if that happens, you guys will see him later. But until then, it's just the three of us.
Mm-hmm.
We're used to just three people anyway, so nothing new. Um,
Nothing new at all. Let's get
yeah,
it.
we are all at home, quarantined. Uh, Nothing to do but talk, think, see all the different
Hey,
things.
dog. Don't be putting us with the nothing to do category. All right.
I
All
have
right.
I've been gaming this whole entire time, so I've been putting a
Yeah.
lot of hours in on some games that I haven't
Yeah.
played in a while. So
Mm-hmm.
that I got the chance to do that now. Um, I would have these games would like I have games that are sitting on like 3% completion that I finally getting like actually practicing. So I'm happy
Get
about
some action in there.
that. Yeah. So but I will start off. How you guys doing? How's everybody feeling in these times?
No, I'm just chilling. Honestly, nothing crazy going on. Obviously.
You're
Uh,
the only one. Well, Manny, but you're the only one that has to be at home with your daughter all the time. Like, how's that? Well, even though she's not like running around
Um.
and
Well, I'm
stuff.
working still, so little different.
Yeah,
I pre- I can't go out. We can't go out anywhere, so I'm honestly just spending time with them a lot more.
no gym, none of that. Yeah,
Yeah, just got to get away from them for a minute.
for real. Right, yeah. I'll see you guys later. What about you guys? How you feeling?
well, I'm over here emailing my professor because I done fucked up. We're like timed. We know we got like a certain amount of time,
Yeah.
and I ran out of time, and my quiz was submitted with the last question unanswered, and the
Uh-huh.
last question was 40 points out of the 100.
Oh
So that shit,
shit!
yeah, that shit is done. That shit automatically failed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I hit him up. He said it's cool. Just shoot me the answer in an email, and I'll add it to your calculations. But yeah, other than that, bro, I stopped working this past Monday,
Mm.
so I'm
Uh,
what five days without work. Um, really just been focusing on shit at home, shit that I can
yeah.
do, working on shoes, really trying to figure out the last little details for the releases on what we want to do for Unlaced.
Yeah.
Yeah, it finally worked itself out. We're still a little behind by like a week, but I mean, this last month we've made more progress than the last two and a half. So I'm comfortable with where we're at. Um, a lot of the delays are out of our hands. We just gotta work with it.
Yeah.
Um, so it's cool, man. I'm content with the free time that I've been given.
Yeah.
There you go. And working on shoes, that's been fun. Um, I'm working on some shoes. I'm working on some fives right now. I need to repaint some fours.
I'm
Uh,
bringing my consoles tomorrow. I promise. I'm
he's been on that for like 2 weeks, man.
bringing them tomorrow. I'll bring them
Hey,
tomorrow.
so how's the process like for that?
For what? Deoxidizing?
Yeah, because I saw you posted the other day.
Well, I got a whole ass box, bro. So like, instead of leaving the shoes outside for this with the sun, um, I put them in that box,
Oh
and I
shit!
I just leave them there for however many hours I need. Usually, most people do like 4 to 5 hour sessions. Um, I did my first 5 hour session, and that shit did work. Like it really did work on those fives. Uh, I cleaned them. I let them like dry out for a couple of days. And they look really good, dude. They look really good for one real whole session. So it's literally just the secret sauce. You just put it on there. I can't tell the secret sauce what it is, man, because then everyone's gonna buy the secret sauce.
But it clears up the soul, right?
Yeah, it clears up the translucent soles, and then it also whitens yellowed rubber soles, like
Damn.
like 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 toe caps on like the
Uh-huh.
fives, the fours, the threes. Um, I haven't used it on a pair of ones, but I would think it would work on ones on the regular midsole.
Yeah.
Um, anything really, fucking 13, 14, 12, anything with a rubber sole. If it's yellowed, it should be able to pull something out of it at least. Maybe not completely, but better than what it was. Uh, it's cool, man, because with the box, it's like you don't have to worry about separation.
Yeah, that's
Um,
one thing you gotta worry about.
yeah, because with the sun, if it gets too hot or it's too direct,
Yeah.
it'll just melt through the glue, and it could warp the actual shoe itself. Yeah, so I that's the one reason why I never really got into it was because I just didn't have time to go outside and check on a shoe every 10, 15, 20 minutes. Um, so with the box is cool, just set it and forget it.
Did you make it or?
The homie Javier made it for me. I bought the material and I asked him if he could help me, and he was like, "Bro, I'm gonna knock this out. Like it's nothing."
Oh,
And yeah,
shit.
he did it in like a weekend. He started on a Friday, and I picked it up on a Sunday.
That's
Pretty
not
dope.
that bad. That's pretty
Not
fast.
at all. Yeah, it's just all it is obviously a box, four corners, top bottom, and then it's lined with reflective material on the inside. And then the light bulbs are UVB light bulbs, like the ones you use for turtles and shit, other animals.
Mm.
It's pretty cool. I fuck with it.
Okay. Um. So let's get into it. Okay. StockX. You guys are here. You guys are going to see the thumbnail, so you guys know we're going to talk about StockX. Uh,
Yeah,
StockX. I want to say, what was it?
gotta gotta hit it with the hand sanitizer, bro. You know. All right,
uh,
next question. Next question.
oh yeah. So
Stupid.
uh, StockX last week had announced
No.
that they were presenting a 3%. Well, actually, no. Let's do this. I don't want to. I don't want to just. But I'm gonna read you guys the article, and then that will go from there. So the article, some nice kicks. They're the ones that I first saw the article from. I found out about the 3%. So I'm gonna use the
Mhm.
article.
All right.
So I don't. I really don't want to read the whole thing, but I rather it gives context, so I'll give it to you guys. The coronavirus has everyone pent up in the crib due to a stay-at-home order that has taken place the last couple of months. Despite the lack of sales for footwear giants, people are still shopping heat, whether through local shops or even third-party selling services such as StockX. And this is a quote from StockX statement. Beginning on April 22nd, 2020, buyers on StockX will receive a new 3% processing fee added to the purchase price of an item.
So
Any
grimy.
That's
any
so stupid.
any bids placed prior to April 22nd will not be subject to the new fee. Any updates to the existing bids made after April 22nd will be subject to the new fee. For more detailed information, hit the FAQ. And then everybody asks everybody's asking the same kind of questions, and the questions is,
Fucking yeah.
oh, our bid. Even though the statement says if you have anything that has been completed before this 22nd, you will get the you will get the you won't get the fee, the processing 3% processing fee. Anything after the 22nd, that's continued, you get the processing fee. But that was pretty much it. Um, and so then the article continues. However, StockX is adding new fees in April, which could change shopping habits. StockX will be implementing a 3% processing fee on all bids after April 22nd. The company states the bids before the date will not be affected with upcoming fees, so on and so on. So it's the same, it's just kind of wording everything that they said. Gabe, you
Damn, son. Okay, so I may have messed up, but can you guys see me?
no.
No, it says GA.
Yeah, I know. Over here, it just has your initials too. I done messed up, man. Join this call.
You say?
I'm gonna rejoin the call.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
What the fuck, dude?
I'll just remove you and then call back. Okay.
It's just 3%. That's a lot.
Yeah. So 3%. I'm guessing, and so what I looked up was basically on they're added to any of the items of clothes, any of the collectibles, stuff like that. So that becomes a processing fee on top of, if I'm not mistaken, from what I've looked at from people. Well, I want to see Gabe because I know Gabe wants to. He had went in. Why is it's not adding? Why? No. It's just there it goes. Okay. So then where's he at? Okay. Oh, there we go.
I
Okay.
think
Back.
I overheated my phone.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, because switching back and forth between apps,
Mhm.
um, it it's like you know how when your phone goes on 1% and you can see it like struggling.
Yeah, taking
Yeah.
long. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how my phone is right now.
Mm. Aren't
Uh,
you do everything on your laptop?
what up?
Do everything on your laptop.
Well, I mean, if it dies, and then it would be in the same place, you know.
Well, no, I'm saying the other app using on your laptop.
It was just my sister. I was just texting
Uh,
her some shit. No, I don't need to use my phone. It's just I told her to call my mom, and she called me. Yeah, so that's all good. But my bad. So we're talking about 3% increase, right?
yeah. So
On the,
3% of any item after the 22nd or receiving on with the 26th. So of course that's already been implemented. Uh,
mm-hmm.
Social media reactions were, I want to say, they kind of died out quicker than I thought they would. People were upset
Mm-hmm.
to start off with. That was kind of like the big news for a couple.
Yeah.
A lot of people, like I was surprised at how many people put their input on. Um, I saw it from Nice Kicks first, and then I saw Kixologies on Twitter actually talking about it,
Mm-hmm.
and discussion about with her followers. Um, but yeah, so I kind of want to just go to you guys. What do you guys think? What was you guys' initial reaction when you guys heard about it?
Um, I think it's dumb. Like, and it's not. I'm not saying it's dumb. Like that it serves no purpose.
Yeah,
I think it's dumb because like right now, every the whole world is going through like financial changes and
Yep.
whatever. And instead of a company trying to be empathetic and be like, all right, we get it.
yeah,
They were like, nah, we're gonna add this 3%, and you're now taxing both the buyer and the seller.
yeah.
Yep. That's
Um,
crazy.
yeah, so it's just like, do they are they not that good of a company? Are they not
Yeah,
making
that's what
that?
I'm saying.
Yeah, like
They're,
are they
I think
not?
they're struggling. They have to be.
They have to be struggling,
They
which
have to.
it just doesn't make sense, bro. How you're the number one company in this market.
Mhm.
You know, you have commercials. You know, you have people. Basically, everyone co-signs for them because that's the thing.
Yeah.
StockX, StockX,
Yeah.
StockX. Um, and you're still not staying afloat. Like I don't really see the logic behind it unless there's internal issues that obviously we don't know about.
Well, yeah. So there's a continuing story that this current week that just ended that kind
Mhm.
of speaks to the 3% increase
Mhm.
processing fee. Or I mean, but I want to stay on the just the initial from that point of that time of when it got announced, and then we'll get
Mhm.
into the following story that came with it. But I think it seemed like it was something that I'm pretty sure they had in process ahead of time before this all happened, and I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
they were thinking of releasing it way before. But at the same time, we've seen companies roll back certain things that they have policy wise, even like new things that they were going to add that they were like, until this is until this is figured out, we're not going to release anything new, or we're not going to have any new policies yet, or anything like that.
Mhm.
Because you can see it in just like basic services like Hulu for one of them. If Hulu announced that if you're late on your payment for the Hulu your scheduled payment for it, you'll be able to continue to still watch Hulu up to I believe it was 7 days on the thing. I didn't
Mhm.
say anything past 7 days, but they said up until 7 days you can still watch. So I know that there's companies out there that are understanding that people are going through hard financial issues, whether it be being laid off, being let go, fired, whatever that may be, um, and saying we're not pressed for your money right now. Like just act like everything is figured out from when everything is fixed, and then take the plan. Where StockX is like, how do you not read the like, nah, we'll hold off. Like
Mm.
let's on this. And like you were saying, I make the question: Who runs
Chris,
this?
do you have Chris? Do you have headphones?
Yeah.
I think your audio is the faintest one. Or at
So,
least between you and Jeremy, you're more faint than he is.
oh, okay. Oh,
Motherfucking Chris.
is my microphone low?
You
Sounds
just
like you're
sound
echoing.
yeah. You're not as clear as Jeremy is.
Okay, let's
Leave it to the sound guy and the audio guy to be the guy with no headphones. leave it
see.
to leave it to the technically
Oh,
savvy dude.
I think.
Okay, okay, okay. To be honest though, that 3%, um,
You guys,
I'm
you guys,
testing.
you guys hear me better?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
perfect. Um,
Uh,
okay,
does
yeah.
that
So,
does that
what?
3% keep you from buying?
Um,
Uh, I don't know. It's just too much because, like you said, the seller fees and then the shipping. Like when
Mm-hmm.
you actually buy the shoe, I feel like they add another $20 to it. So that's why I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah,
I
like
haven't bought
what?
off.
Go ahead, sorry, dude.
I haven't bought from StockX for maybe almost 6 months already. Just because of that seller fee, it's just too much. Because I'm already paying like what, $50 over retail plus shipping, and then plus the seller fees. Like it doesn't add up. I don't want to do it anymore.
Let's see. So if I wanted to buy this shoe right here, $215.
yep.
215 after everything turns into
Like 240,
two
right?
240.
Yeah, that's just too much. That's just not even for shipping either.
That's
It's $6 for processing and 14 for shipping. Estimated shipping. That's because I'm not signed in right now, so it doesn't even like
it
Yeah.
doesn't have
yeah.
like the exact shipping cost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I don't understand what they were thinking when they decided to continue the road. Like I was saying, like it feels like whoever's running the show doesn't have
Hmm.
full control over what goes
Oh,
on.
you mean your boy Wale?
Hey, maybe not. Well, yeah, nah. He would
You,
he would feel like he would probably be like, yeah, no, don't do this, and they're like, nah, you don't know what you're talking about. You're a
uh,
B-list artist, but
well,
but
You
if
said
that's
an
you can't,
A-list
I mean,
artist.
a B list.
B-list. That because everybody calls him a
Oh,
B-list
okay.
artist. I call him an A-list artist, but
No, he's like a C.
okay, relax. Okay.
Maybe D.
We need a new episode next week. Talk about strictly music because
uh,
Um,
uh,
get,
Chris loved
get,
Wale, so
get our top 50 in.
uh, I'm just trying to clarify if Wale is B or C.
He's
I
an
say
A,
C.
he's an A, but all right, I'm
He's a
just saying.
C.
Hey
But
He
man.
dropped.
but yeah, so I don't understand. I don't know who runs the decisions when it comes to
hmm
that. They have,
hmm
and the great thing is they haven't not even released a statement clarifying why they did a 3% processing fee.
But
Like they haven't.
doesn't Dan Gilbert own StockX? The owner of the Cavs?
I think he owns
He owns.
a
He's
like
partner. Yeah, he's a
I think he's
partner.
majority
Oh,
shareholder.
okay.
It's him, and then there's this other dude. I forgot the guy's name. I was literally because he was. I was looking at his photos on Google because I wanted to figure out who ran it, but I forgot his name immediately. Um,
Oh no, no, he owns it. It says right here, Dan Gilbert owns StockX.
he
Yeah.
owns it. Oh,
Yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't know that until like a few months ago.
oh, Josh. Oh, I'm thinking of Leber,
Luberg, right? Yeah,
who's
Josh
who's
yeah,
the
Luberg or some
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
He's the
CEO of
CEO.
StockX.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Dan Gilbert
The
is
owner,
the
right?
yeah, he's the CEO. Oh no, Josh is the
Well,
CEO and co-founder, and then
Mhm.
he created with Dan Gilbert.
Oh, okay. That makes
So
a little more
I guess they're
sense.
like they're co-founders of it, and so they both I guess own equal amount of shares. Um, but yeah, so I don't know why that would be why this would be the time to release that, and then you
Yeah.
have so and then you have which I thought was great was eBay coming out and saying, hey, we're
I know, I
still
saw that.
dude,
we're still
I
dude,
here.
started looking up on
yeah.
eBay. I started looking stuff on
eBay,
eBay.
eBay introduced that 0% on shoes a couple months ago, and it was taking off, dude. People were eBay was putting out codes for like $200 off of
Oh shit,
$200. Like I was in there.
man.
I know, I
I,
see. You got a lot of
yeah,
pairs lately.
Yeah.
yeah, I was in there because I was cashing in on all that stuff, and eBay came out with like, oh yeah, we got 0%, come through, and I think that shit is so dope. Like
Yeah,
they're
that's. I
they're
started looking stuff up, but it's
they're
not as easy to find my size like how it is on StockX. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's still an auction based website, and you
Yeah,
still have to um put up with other people trying to buy the stuff that you want. But to be honest, dude, like in the last couple months that I've been on eBay, it's definitely been a cheaper market than anything else I've bought from.
Yeah. We talked about this on the live
Yeah.
yeah.
weeks ago about eBay being really like they're having a lot better options than a lot of
hmm
places because a lot of people go to StockX to try to high bid, and
hmm
eBay is really kind of just like, hey, I just want to get these off my hands. That's what it seems like.
I hate when StockX is used as that like as the the reference
Yeah,
for prices
Oh yeah.
or
Oh my
dude,
god.
I
we've
hate
had
it.
that.
Like
But I admit I go do that. I'm like, all right, let me check what is the
I
base.
do too. I do too. It's an easy resource to just pull up
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
But but we've had people at events, and we've had people in the culture actually say that that's like that was the issue with SneakerCon last year. They
yeah.
were saying that that was like a big thing because they were saying people were in a sense getting bullied on the internet because there was a whole Twitter the whole day after StickerCon. People were like, "Yo, I hate these kids because kids are coming in looking at shoes and then pulling up StockX numbers and saying, hey, they're
Yeah.
selling at this price. Can I get it for this price instead?" And they're like, "No, like
Yeah.
that is not that is not the reference that you use in this situation. Like we're using based off of our own market value of the shoe, not something that's generated by a mass of people that are just trying to push up the highest. Like, if I go to StockX, I'm trying to get as much as I can for the shoe that I think I
Yeah.
can get. The shoe. It is the same with eBay. 5, 10 years ago, people will go to eBay, put the highest number they could think of for a shoe,
Hmm.
and then you could see there after a month or so, it would come down, or the bid would be like half of whatever they were asking because people are like,
Yeah.
I'm not going that high.
Yeah.
StockX is that now where people run the StockX. I have a Travis Scott 4, $7,000, and people are like, no, we're not paying $7,000, and then end up selling it for whatever the true market value for it is, 2,000, whatever it is. And now you have people seeing them do it at like events and stuff like that. And they're like, yo, no, I
Hmm.
don't. That's not how this runs.
Hmm.
And so I think StockX has benefited from that because either you have people say, oh, we'll just go sell it on StockX, or they're gonna wait and say, okay, well, this is what I'm selling it at on StockX, so just pay me this, and then that's how they continue to like funnel everybody to say, okay, come to my store because I got the
Yeah.
best price, whatever it is.
But StockX, you can't really like negotiate. You know what I'm
Nope.
saying? Like it's just straight. That's why people go
Yeah.
straight to it.
Nope. Yeah. I wonder if they'll ever implement something like that.
No, they'll
Um,
never do that.
you don't think so?
Who? What do
Like
you
a
mean?
best offer kind of thing?
They
On
have something like that.
StockX?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they already have it. You can um buy it now or bid. So
Yeah.
if you bid, you're leaving a price, and if a seller wants to take that, then they'll just accept it, and that's
Well,
it.
no, I'm saying because like eBay
I
has,
think he's talking about like actually
cause,
talking to them.
yeah, because
You know what I
remember
mean? Like
eBay
actually
has the feature
negotiate.
where you
Oh,
can like message them and
Like
like, hey,
actually
I offer
message the
this.
person like, hey, I don't think they
no,
will.
no. Yeah, I
It's
don't. I
because it's a
think.
third party. I don't think they're gonna do
Well,
that.
yeah, because at that point you're just like,
They're not making money off that.
yeah, there would have to be like an algorithm for StockX to
Hmm.
allow offers, you know? So
Mhm.
if
Yeah.
you're gonna allow offers, then am I still going to take this percentage away? Am I still going to do this? Like there needs to be like slight adjustments.
But wouldn't that ease the burden of them? Say this was already something that was in on StockX. Would the 3% processing fee not be as a big of a deal then in that case? Because then a
I
seller
think.
could take a loss for a shoe based off of the fact that they know that
Mhm.
they're getting something back.
I think based off of that, if you're gonna keep 3%, but you allow offers and shit,
Mm.
then I think it'll offset
Yeah.
the people that are upset and the people that are still on there. That
Yeah.
it will entice more people to just want to sell on there because or buy because you can now offer prices or whatever less than
Okay.
whatever market is. I
So
think it'd
Yeah.
be a good look for StockX if they did that.
I
There you
think so
go.
too. Like I
Yeah.
think based on because it doesn't seem like StockX ever has had like really good press in the
Hmm.
past couple of years. Like
Hmm.
everything's always been something has always been an issue with
Yeah,
them.
their PR is terrible.
And
So
they just got hacked a few months ago too.
yeah, there's nothing, but I don't even
Yeah.
think they have a PR because they never come out with a statement like that
Yeah.
is like that tells why they did something. Like they have this statement. It's the 26th. The thing came out the 15th, and we still have no explanation on what was the thought process of releasing it now. Like at
Hmm.
least come
They're
out and
going
say,
broke.
hey, sorry, this is what we were implementing years prior, and we couldn't move the date or whatever. But like if you say like, hey, we have contracts with people that we need the money, so this is going to be our fee to them based off this is going to be their cut or whatever, people would be more inclined to be like, okay, it's business. You've already put into paper, so things have to happen immediately. It's not we're not affected by the coronavirus. We're just a business that has to keep going. But you're just saying this and then just ducking, well, in the bushes and saying, I hope they let
I
it
hope
go
they
after
still
a while.
buy.
Yeah, I wonder what their issue, like what they're trying to accomplish with this. But I want to start with because since we have StockX kind of just now kind of being in a limbo for
Hmm.
sellers, and I would say buyers in a sense because a lot of buyers have more issue with it than sellers.
Hmm.
Um, what we have eBay as an option, as an alternative option. Um,
Hmm.
I wanted to kind of go down certain different options that people could use to, if they didn't want to use StockX or if they wanted to
Hmm.
use StockX. So in the comments, if you guys are watching, please in the comments. Let us know what your alternative options
Platform.
are for whether
Platform, yeah.
whether it be still local businesses. Let us know where you guys shop instead of StockX. But I wanted to kind of give people, some options because this will be on YouTube. So if you didn't catch the live, we kind of had a discussion about certain places that we go to look at, shoes to buy and stuff. So we start off with eBay. eBay, I believe, is probably the best right now.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Mm-hmm.
say,
Yeah.
if you guys agree.
Yeah.
I would say so too. Um, they still go through PayPal. They still have all that buyer protection and all that stuff. So I mean, even if you get a fake, it's very easy to just hit them up and say, "Yo, this isn't what I got."
Yeah.
Um, and they have really, really, really good customer service,
Mhm.
in my experience.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I
Okay.
think eBay would be the easy number two. What
Okay.
about Goat? Do people still
Go.
use Goat?
Go was my next
I
one. I want
I
to wait till
I
go,
was
but I
gonna.
know
I
you use
started using it.
so I
It's a
wanted
little
to
bit.
just
It's the same thing.
Okay, okay. I honestly I used Goat before I used StockX. And that
Yeah.
was just it just happened to be that way. I've used StockX twice now. Um, the last thing I bought on StockX actually got sent back because it didn't pass authenticity check,
mm,
which is dumb, but I don't believe it. But whatever. Um, but yeah, eBay I would say Goat would be one and two,
okay.
or
And
or
so
the
What about the Facebook groups? You think they still have a chance?
I think so. It's Facebook groups and OfferUp. I would say
Yeah.
are the two best local platforms. Um, maybe Craigslist, but
Oh nah, that
that's
shit's
just
so
like
shady.
that's just like at the
yeah,
bottom
Yeah.
of the barrel.
yeah.
If you want to
I,
look to see if it's there.
yeah. I
Um.
got a
Um,
pair of fake MMDs. I didn't even
oh
know
well,
it.
oh
That
sh-
well,
was so bad. Yeah.
can't help you there, dog.
I
um.
know.
I know. We mentioned it on our IG live. The sneaker market
Yeah,
on Reddit.
yeah,
It's the subreddit is called Sneaker Market.
yeah.
If you guys are on Reddit, I would suggest getting a Reddit
Yeah, I
regard.
tried looking that up. I didn't find anything.
All right,
You didn't
look,
find anything that
bro.
you wanted, or you didn't
What?
find
What?
Like,
I don't
I'll
like. I
flip it
didn't
around for
understand
you.
it. I was gonna text Gabe how to do like how that shit worked.
So
All right, so look,
basically, oh yeah,
let me flip the camera. How do I do that?
that should be on the thing. But basically, so what you do is you go to the
This
subreddit.
is hot.
People will post their
So here's Reddit, right?
yeah,
Uh huh.
All right, so up here are like the subreddits that you're a part of.
Okay.
So like car porn, hey, this one is called Sneaker Market.
yeah,
And you go there, and then there's it kind of looks like Nike Talk. It's just a
Uh,
forum, you know.
is it
So
local
then
or is it just it's everywhere?
it's all it.
everywhere.
Some of
Yeah,
them are local, but most of it is shipping. So all of these are posts of people looking or selling. So like for example, want to buy Shadow Jordan 1 size 10.5, 250. Want to buy
Oh,
yo,
okay.
these are hitting $1,000, which is ridiculous.
yeah,
The speed market is going crazy right now.
Want to buy, look, want to sell, and then like let's say you wanted this shoe, you just open it up. Uh,
It
in the
gives you all
comments,
information.
yeah, looking here's the pics. Looking for this as trade, used, blah blah blah, and then price, yada yada, and then that's it. You hit them up
yeah,
like, yo, I want
Whew.
these, and that's kind of it.
yeah.
Have you
It's
bought anything from there?
I've bought just last week. I think I bought 2 shoes off of here, 3 shoes.
How did it
uh,
go? How was the
uh,
transition? The
one of
transaction?
the guys, one of the guys is actually here in the valley, dude. So I went to his house
Oh,
instead of shipping them out. I went to his house. This cool guy. He was probably like 20, 18, 19. Looked like a younger cat. Um, I got shoes from him. I bought my UNC or NC to Chicago's, the
mhm,
women's pair. I bought those on Reddit. I bought a pair of those for my cousin on Reddit as well.
yeah.
Um,
A lot of people are
yeah,
selling
so
these on Reddit.
yeah,
Yeah.
so like it's going good, man. I've had nothing but easy, smooth transactions. Hold up, might have found another one.
Yeah, the moderators on Reddit, they kind of keep everything kind of like uh, as smooth as possible because they're very quick to like respond to messages that if say somebody doesn't tag it correctly or doesn't have the exact price or whatever it is, they're sort of like take the post down or stuff like that. Whereas like it reminds me of the Facebook groups from like early 2012 and stuff like that, where people will come in and like they would let them know like, hey, either this dude's a scammer or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you wouldn't see like in Facebook groups, you would usually see the posts and like they would keep the post up. Like moderators didn't really monitor the whole entire page. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
Reddit, they go straight through and just like if you're a moderator for that page, they go right in, and if it's something that's fake, if it's something that somebody was like, hey, this guy's been selling fake shoes, or is doesn't sell shoes at all, but he's just out here trying to get people to send money, then they get in there and they delete the posts and delete accounts real quickly. So I've liked what I've seen from the Reddit and subreddit
Uh-huh.
in general.
Mm-hmm.
I would say there are definitely something that you should look at. There's a lot of different Reddits, like they have subreddits for like specific for shoes, for certain shoes and certain like maybe
Yeah.
silhouettes and stuff like that.
Mm.
Uh, those ones you'll see a smaller group of people because a lot of people just go to sneaker market or like the bigger ones just because it's easier. But you
Yeah,
will see
Sneaker
them
Market
post the same thing.
has like a
Yeah,
million subscriptions.
yeah.
Golly.
Members, I think they call them members. Yeah,
Members.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have like a lot of people, but you'll have like a Jordan One subreddit, and they'll have a tag for the marketplace for it as well. Like they'll have a subreddit that is specific for just selling Jordan Ones, as to where it's to just show them off or whatever.
Hold
So I
on,
would
bro.
definitely say
Oh
Subreddit in
snap!
general is a good place to go.
What up?
um,
Hold up.
I haven't used Goat, so I don't necessarily know. I have it downloaded, but I've never used it. It just kind
Hey,
of
Yeah, I
sits
dude.
in
just browsed
my
through it. I didn't
yeah.
really have buy anything yet.
It because it doesn't. What just happened?
Oh, he left.
Hmm. Gabe. We'll call back in. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Yo, my bad. I didn't know that was gonna end the phone call. Um, I thought it would just mute it like everything else.
Mhm.
Um,
Um. Well, yeah. So yeah, those I would say those are like the alternatives. I don't know how Facebook groups are looking now.
mhm.
Because I deleted my Facebook a year ago. So I don't necessarily know what Facebook looks like anymore.
I've been on there. I've been on there
I was on her
recently.
today. It's the same. Nothing.
Same.
Yeah, it's a cool format. It's simple, straightforward. Um, but I mean, it's not. Majority of people on there know what they're selling.
Mm-hmm.
They're not trying to hook you up or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, Facebook groups in general. Uh, like I use Facebook Marketplace
Yeah.
and instead of Facebook groups because
Mm-hmm.
there's two different things.
Yeah.
I would think the groups are better than the marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but overall, I mean, eh,
Yeah.
it's just
But I think
another.
Yeah.
It's just
I think that's
another.
how I feel now at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just another at value market, you know.
Well, yeah. So those are a couple of places that you can go. Please comment,
Mm-hmm.
let us know other places that we haven't thought of. Um, there are still shops or local shops that are doing like appointments for stuff on the website or stuff that they post on the story. The one I do know personally, Good Company in San
Oh
Bernardino.
yeah. I was following them. They got a lot of stuff.
They're still doing
That's a far
appointments.
drive.
it's a,
That's
it's a
a
good
far
it's a good
drive.
but they're doing appointments for people, so they're still so you can call them, set up an appointment for whatever shoe that you wanted to get, and they'll let you come in and get your shoe and everything like that. But only appointment only as of right now. So
There you go.
just know that. Um, but yeah, please comment and let us know the other places that we should be looking at or checking out.
What
Um,
up?
with StockX, we will continue with StockX because StockX. I want to get to the continuation of the,
Mm-hmm.
the problem with StockX. Um, give you guys. I'm gonna read that article as well. Um,
Come on,
so
Floyd Mayweather, you got this.
so you guys had asked, so you guys had asked if there was something going on with StockX
Uh,
money wise, and so as of the 23rd or 22nd, I should say, but the
Yeah,
23rd, they have laid off 12% of their staff.
12%.
12%. And
that's
it
a
was in
lot.
response to the
Bro,
coronavirus. That's what it was told. And so I'll read the again. Nice Kicks was the one I saw it from because they literally popped up and it was they're having a great day with StockX. I would say like just like business as well with StockX is bad for them. The aftermarket avenue for resellers and buyers recently announced that it will be letting go around 12% of its employees, according to the report by Edgar Alvarez over over at Input Magazine. So I think it was a story that dropped on the magazine, and then that was the story that came out from it. Um, the recent measure reflects the severity of the footwear space in relation to the global economy. The is in direct response to ongoing COVID. How do you say that? So COVID-19,
COVID 19.
whatever. COVID-19 pandemic, as the company looks to become more profitable, quotation mark, more profitable, uh, in the midst of the global economic fallout. The cuts will account for 100 to 150 cuts centered around the Detroit and Phoenix facilities early this
Huh.
month. So, so I don't know.
Those are the verifiers then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what.
yeah. And
Okay.
so earlier this month, StockX announced that it would end up its 3% fees, and then blah 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 blah. That's just talking about its fees. And then
Mm-hmm.
StockX affirmed in Input Magazine that the company will allow the individuals to keep their job, will have their jobs until the end of April. So job people will have their jobs until the end of April, but the layoffs are still going to have. They've been notified that by that at the end of April, that's when they'll be cut. Um, jobs to April. The former employees will continue to have health coverage until October, and the
Oh,
company is planning a severance package for at least the next month. In addition to that, StockX told Input that it will try to find employment for those affected. One of the other family companies from Dan Gilbert, Dan Gilbert's the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers, uh, and so they kind of just ended it like that. There was kind of really no ending. It was just like, yeah, we're gonna try to find jobs for them, and we'll see what happens. Um,
So they touched that subject, but not the 3%.
so it didn't. So they just literally just said earlier that month they announced that they were doing a 3% price processing fee, but it was nothing in regards to why they did 3%. If that was the reason,
Oh, okay.
but they did say it would help the company be more profitable. So I'm guessing that the cuts are because of financial reasons, and they're cutting off 100, 150 people because they need to make up for whatever profit that they're losing
Yo,
based off.
StockX is trash.
yeah, it's such a bad company.
Twelve
Yeah.
percent and the 3% increase.
So I'm guessing that these came. I'm guessing they came out. Uh, they should have switched it. I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they wanted the announcement of the layoff to come off first, but the 3% had to happen first for them to because of the fact that they were laying off people at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
month. Um, so I guess now that we have a bigger picture of it, now the 3% processing fee is to I'm guessing to make up for
So it sounds like they're not making money.
yeah.
Yeah, they're done. I feel like
It
they're
sounds like
done.
Yeah, it sounds like they're not making money. But honestly, bro, how do you not make money? Like, you're taxing both sides. I guess you're only losing money on shipping, which at that point,
Yeah.
I mean, like,
It shouldn't make that big of a
yeah,
difference.
you're taxing
Yeah,
for shipping on one end, and then you're shipping out from after verifying. Like, what is it? You know?
I
Why are they not gaining?
when I was looking at this, I was thinking that what because we look at like you were saying like earlier, they marketed this company great. Like
Mm-hmm.
they
Yeah.
put themselves everywhere. What I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking is they're not getting the return from the marketing aspect of it and
All
are
right.
losing
Not
money
right now.
based
Definitely not right now.
because remember StockX was marketing before people was even talking about StockX. Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
remember they had the YouTube ads, they had the Wale YouTube ad like in 2000 what 14,
No, yeah,
13.
I definitely feel like I saw a
Yeah. Early
yeah.
2012, around that.
Yeah. They had the ads out, but that was before StockX had went like before the community was actually using StockX. So I didn't know where to find StockX, and I was already seeing YouTube ads for them because I used to always see them before any ads before any of most of the videos I watched. And it was the Wale ad, and then they had another one. It was like, oh, so you're thinking of buying the Jordan? You're thinking of
Three. The
Jordan
Black
cement
Cement Three.
threes,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then it does like the whole little, and so that was before, and I saw it, and I was like, "What's StockX?" But they hadn't been like publicized at that point for like another year after that. So I'm thinking that they're just not
They
getting the return on marketing.
they only have. It says online that they only have 800 employees. So
So
if
yeah,
they
so
drop
100,
eight,
150, yeah,
yeah, if they drop 12%, then that's a little under 100. Um, but still, I don't. I mean,
maybe they,
maybe
which is weird
because
because
they're
they said how much they were thinking of letting go, but still the percentage is still lower than what they're. So they're probably like trying to soften a blow of like when yeah we're getting rid of 150 people, but let's just say
like
12%.
uh, I'm looking up right now. Like the only thing I can really see is that they just got fucked by COVID-19. Like
Yeah. Like everybody
because
else.
because they're in Detroit and the Midwest and the East Coast, they just weren't having it. They just didn't think it was real, and now they have it the worst.
Yeah,
Um,
and the
so
same
that's the
with
only
Phoenix.
yeah.
Phoenix took it like Phoenix
It's
was
because
late to the party.
Phoenix is a red state,
Yeah,
bro, and it's all of the red states that are falling behind right now.
yeah. Phoenix took it, got to it late. They got to their
Mm-hmm.
quarantine late. So I think they were, I want to say, 2 weeks behind California in their
Mm-hmm.
quarantine. And but I will say I will give Phoenix credit to this. Phoenix they set themselves up to a point where they put themselves on a curfew in a sense. Like they do have patrols going around and making sure people aren't just walking the streets after I believe they said 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I believe. And
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
so they have actively, making sure that people are wearing the mask and if they're out, that they have the mask on, all that stuff. So I'll give them that. But like you were saying, yeah, they were late to the party when it came to the quarantine itself. So I
Mm-hmm.
can see that people already taking because companies are already like certain companies in Phoenix had already shut down when it first announced that people were shutting down all over the world. So they're like, we're just going to start working from home ahead of time. But the
Mm-hmm.
city itself didn't shut down until weeks later. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking StockX was one of those companies that probably just kept going because they were like, well, we're not getting the word yet, so we're going to keep going, but we're already losing business. And then this going on for what, 2.5 months now? They probably had to let people go because if they didn't, they would be in the red.
Yeah.
So
So
right now, Michigan has had like 3,315 deaths,
mhm,
Oh my
um,
god.
and 8,000 recoveries. So it
mhm,
seems like they're on the upside of it.
yeah,
But I mean, other than that, I mean, what? Where do they need the money? Why do they need the money? You know,
yeah.
what else?
Uh, I I think that they're I wish I wish I was more like in tune with like business etiquette when it comes to layoffs and
Mhm.
also implementing new fees to a
Mhm.
company at the same time. Because as a consumer, all it seems like is they're letting people go to recoup some of that salary money and setting a processing fee for 3% to be able to also gain some kind of income uh, based off of hey we're losing money because we have to shut down how do we continue to stay afloat going through this, pandemic without having to end up like losing the company. And so it looks like they probably were a lot worse off than we thought they were
They're
before this
using
Yeah.
started.
those. Yeah, they're just trying to unload all precautions to keep
Yeah,
them from tanking.
like they're at
I get it.
at this point where they have to let people go because. But I will give them credit; they are putting people on severance.
Hmm.
It said for a month, but it could be longer, maybe depending on the what happens, and
Hmm.
that people will be on health or have their health care until October. So
That's not bad. They need that healthcare too.
yeah, so at least they're trying, but it just seems like they're losing this battle.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like they're not getting coming out of this on top at any point. And we were talking about this on the IG live about how like social supremacy kind of was my meter of like how sneaker companies should react and operate when it comes to different things when it comes to people. Um,
I've
and stock
never, I, I've never been there.
I went there once. I went there just it was before they moved because they're in a new store now, but they were near Oakland. Um, when I
Never
went
been
there
there.
to visit my cousin, they were like they had just like some kind of like just regular store. It looked
Hmm.
like a store went out of business, and then they
Huh.
just came in and just started stocking the shelves that were already there. So because it was a big store, so it was a lot bigger than what they had inventory wise. So they were kind of
Hmm.
just like it was just a lot of space, but there all the people there I've met are cool. Like the people I walked in there, everybody was friendly. Um, from what I see and their way they interact with people on social media, it just is, you know, like they
I'd
seem
like
like.
everyone to know that I'm answering my last question because my professor got back to me. He said, "Hit me with an email, bro, and we good."
Do you know the answer?
Damn. I just gotta make sure I knock it out before my laptop dies. And yeah, I do actually.
Oh, there you
It's
go
just a
then.
really long ass question.
No, but yeah.
Ah.
So I use social supremacy as kind of like the
The blueprint.
example, yeah, the blueprint
Yeah.
of how you are a company for the people. And StockX seems like they're trying to be the complete opposite and just kind of running how they feel is the best way to go. Um, I don't know how. I want to see what happens after this all ends and if they regain their consumer base or get people to kind of come back to them as their main uh, sneaker store in a sense.
I guess, and if they're tanking like this, does that mean were they ever the number one? You know, like
No. That's what I was saying. These businesses
No
are
way.
never that
No
great
way.
of a business if they're dying like
yeah,
this. But
No way. There's no
like
way
none
that
of these businesses are.
you could. There's no way that you could have two things happen within a week of each other of this kind of magnitude, and you were number one.
yeah, okay, yeah, because
I
Well,
would say
everybody
maybe
says they're
money
number
wise,
one. That's why.
they probably
You know
put
what
a
I
lot
mean?
of money towards it.
no, you're right. But I mean, I think StockX really had like the formula to be
Yeah, it's
number one. You know,
just the hype, social media, everything just built,
it,
just made them seem like they're the best place to go. I believed in
uh,
it.
I did too. I really did. I thought they were the one stop shop, but
Yeah, it was simple. You know what I mean? Back then, it was easy.
they dead as hell now.
But
Yeah,
I think what it was, I think they put money. I think the amount of money they put towards it, they
Hmm.
made them see that they were telling themselves that they were number one because it's like, yo, we got Wale, we got all the different we got sponsors from this and this doing stuff on our website, so we have to be number one. When in a sense, if you look at other companies probably in comparison, they were like, yeah, no,
yeah.
you guys
Go
are just
doesn't
putting
stand a
a lot of
chance right now.
money.
Yeah,
And so like eBay is quietly always I feel like eBay has always quietly been number one
yeah.
because you've never had this issue with eBay.
It's
But
steady because they've been in the
yeah,
system too.
Yeah.
yeah, but eBay is
You
also
know?
like every other item, that you can think
Yeah,
of is on there. It's
Well,
not just shoes.
I'm saying like if we're talking about just shoes strictly, like if we're talking
Hmm.
about where people go to, like
Hmm.
people would start off like eBay's always in that hunt. Like people
yeah.
when they's like I'm hunting for something, eBay is always going to get a look from you, no matter what.
Oh yeah, definitely.
StockX, I feel like didn't till recently become the main place that people went to. But it was like, yeah, you're the main place people go to, but are you having people buy consistently from StockX? People are using it to measure how much they can sell a shoe for, or how much they're willing to
Yep.
buy a shoe. But are they buying that shoe from StockX, or just using it to be like, hey, so I know that you're selling this on eBay for 250, but StockX says it's worth one 120. Like StockX, just because you're being used as an example doesn't mean that you're being used as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we're at with StockX, and so I don't think that they were number one. I don't think that they will be number one anytime soon. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Do you think Dan Gilbert has to come out and say something at some point, or
Uh,
Josh Lumber, Lumber, Luber,
Josh
I
Luber.
Luber?
I think I mean I think from a business standpoint they should, but will it make a difference? Maybe not. Maybe not really.
But it
It's
can
too
Um,
always
late. I feel like
always
it's
put
too late.
perspective on something though. Like you can make people's like realize what is going on
mhm.
why you're doing this if you come out and say, hey, this is why we're doing it. You people
No,
can
you're
take it or leave it.
um yeah, but I just don't think it'll make a difference. I think because they waited so long that everyone's mind is already set up.
Yeah.
You know, like they if they would have came out and say, hey, we're initiating this 3% because of X, Y, and Z, then everyone's opinion would have been different.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
or they probably would have had similar opinions to what they have now, but at least you would have probably been more understanding or more like, okay, it's just business, like whatever.
Yeah.
You'd be more accepting of it.
Yeah.
But because they just did
Def-
it, it leaves up to say, well, what the fuck? Why? You know,
Yeah.
what is this 3%?
What do you think they do once this comes like do you think that they come out with some kind of promotion after all this is over to try to get people back on board?
yeah. Of course, every business is going to try to do something to get everybody back on board, but it depends. Is it too late or not?
Well, yeah, but like I'm like businesses are gonna have their post pandemic
But they don't
sales
even
and
got
all that
any
stuff.
cool like promotions when they do their sales or anything.
No.
It's nothing like crazy, like 50%, or it's never something that's like convenient for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It takes you got to buy like 10 pairs just to get free shipping. That's too much.
But do you
You
think that
know?
they would take that into account and say, okay, that
I
is
think
getting
I think
us?
the I think the easiest thing they could do would just offer free shipping.
Yeah, I don't think they will
Um,
though, because
because
I
it's
don't think they have
probably
that relationship with like FedEx or whoever they ship with. I don't think they have that relationship with them to do that.
but
They don't have enough income.
even then I think they're profiting from shipping just a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
maybe.
yeah, because shipping I don't really know how it works, but there's people know how to pay less for shipping.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't
Yeah.
fucking get how. I really don't. There's people that ship stuff to me, um, through the UPS or not UPS, USPS, and and yeah, this shit is just cheaper. Like they even offer
It's just
labels,
yeah,
cheaper
it's just
shit.
bulk. You got to buy it in bulk. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's what I'm saying. So if you offered free shipping, and if they're having so many transactions, then I don't think it's that big of a loss.
Yeah. Well, in FedEx and UPS, they just have one service, right? It's just like standard. They don't really have like a 2 day shipping. Oh, they do
I
actually.
don't know. Yeah, I don't really know because
USPS?
I
Yeah,
I only fuck with USPS. Thank you very
as
much.
you should.
Yeah, bro. Because it's so easy. Like it's always cheaper than whatever
Yeah,
the fuck.
Yeah.
And
it's
yeah, dude.
convenient.
The guys at the fucking post office, they already recognize me, so it's all cool.
Which one do you go to?
The one on Lincoln.
Oh, you see what Josh or who do you go to?
There's this white dude. He's
Yeah, the little chubby.
yeah.
Yeah, that's Josh. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he's always like, "What up, homie?" Dude, like, what, like, he asks, like, how's your quarantine or whatever, or he's asking me, like, "Damn, it's good to see you making money," blah blah blah, and I'm just like, "Oh, okay, this is what it's like to build a relationship with someone you just see all the time. It's cool."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool. People's there.
I think because doesn't if you do 2 days shipping and all that stuff, doesn't that always send you back to USPS when it comes to 2 day shipping or anything that's
No.
anything that's other than standard?
Uh,
Or
I just think
am I got where I got them
USPS
confused?
does. USPS usually does 2 day priority, or you can do it express. It depends what you want, but it's always cheaper than FedEx or UPS. Way
Yes.
cheaper.
Yeah. 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 I don't know what StockX would have to do, but I would think that they have to do something to get
Mm-hmm.
people back on board with them at some point.
But they're
I
not
don't know
going
what
to, bro.
you don't think you think they're just gonna
I don't think
just
they're. I
ride
don't
it.
think they're going to be honest.
And if that's the case, how
Holy sheesh! This phone's about to blow up.
Unless they
if
get a
that's
different rapper or something to promote it.
I do have that different rapper to promote. I don't
Or that.
who would want to touch StockX right now because I don't think anybody would is like yo we need to get on board because it seems like they're a sinking ship right now.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie right now. I'm so over StockX. Like, it's just let them die. If they die, they die.
If they die, they just
Let
die.
me like let them die.
If they
And
die, they
yeah,
die.
bro. And fuck, what is this guy's name from Rocky 2? Um, fucking A, man.
Wait, what?
The boxer from Rocky.
The Russian one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Drogo?
Drogo. Drogo.
Yeah, yeah.
Trogo.
That's what he just says. If he die, he dies. So yeah, if StockX dies, it dies.
Hey. Um. Well, if I would hope we will revisit StockX once this pandemic is over, and we'll see what happens. If they don't, then I would love to see what they do after this. But if they, if they seem to like, it looks like they're sinking ship, and it looks like they're going to not make it out of 2020. Um,
Yo, if they don't make it out of 2020, that's gonna be the real oh shit, that company didn't make it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be a surprise to me.
it
Because
really would.
have we seen any like I can't think of any like thing that's really like industry culture that's really died. Because I
Nike
think
Talk.
Yeah,
or
Nike
did it
Talk.
did it die or did it just like people just phase out away from it?
I
Because I
think
know
it
They
it's
died.
still because I know Nike Talk is still there.
It is, but it's not the same.
I think they just have more platforms now than before.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot more platforms.
Nike Talk was like the platform.
Yeah, I
Nike
was
Talk
a,
and Soul Collector.
Oh yeah.
yeah, so collector. Yeah.
I mean, I was in there.
Well, uh, I wonder if StockX I wonder if StockX will actually die. Like it would just be like, yeah, we're changing ourselves to a strictly merchandise of collectibles and no shoes now. Like we're changing our
I don't.
places.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I don't think it'll die because realistically, it can just be ran out of one little small storefront, you
Yeah,
know. And Dan Gilbert can just have like a staff of like 20 or 30, and that's it.
Fashion Nova does it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Look at
Fashion
them,
Nova does it
dude.
all the time.
That's what I'm saying, man. You
Yeah,
don't need all those people. Like you just need a group and just work them.
yeah.
they're,
Yeah.
they're gonna want to work for you. Your stock ads like just work that core. But nope, they try to do everything at once.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
expanded too fast.
Unlaced. We'll get you a nice. We'll start you guys from the bottom up. We'll work this up. You guys feed us, and we'll get you guys. So enough StockX. We've talked about StockX for way too long. Let's Gabe asked the question. What was the question that you asked on social media?
I asked if there were any questions or topics that people would like us to touch on tonight.
And we got a couple.
Yeah.
I do want to ask a couple from the same person. So shout out
Mhm.
to KYRM
Mhm.
underscore. I don't know what her actual name is, but shout out to her. Thank you. One of the questions I really liked, it was the first one I saw, was what is considered a big foot for a girl?
What?
um.
I don't
So
know.
Um.
Like,
because we've had we've had Yvette on the show,
Yeah.
okay, Little Swoosh.
mm,
She is, I believe, a 5.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's a 5.5 in girls, and she's considered a small foot because that's youth. Little Swoosh, I mean little Laces. What, I don't know what size she is. She
Little
has
Lace is like a size 4, bro.
four,
She's
4.5, right?
tiny. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, what is a big foot for a girl? She's a 4 youth.
To be honest, I always thought like if a girl is wearing like anything bigger than the 7.5 in men, which is where a 7.5 in men would be a 9 in women.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Um, yeah. So if someone started at a 7.5, I'm like, hey man, we both men sizes. Like I don't.
It's
Ugh.
not gonna work.
but I mean, I don't know. I don't really know. As long as you don't got the Peggy Hill feet, it doesn't really matter, you know.
the
Because
size 13s.
Peggy Hill was a 16, bro. A
Oh, she was
16,
16.
16.
a
I thought she was
16
a
in woman.
13.
Golly.
Oh,
Either way, she got a
God.
monster foot.
I was, let's see. Peggy Hill. Okay. Um, Peggy Hill.
Shoe size? You looking it up right here?
Yeah. 16.5.
Oh, let's go.
Wait, who's Peggy
Uh,
Hill? Who is that?
uh,
From
Hank
King of the
Hill,
Hills.
Hank Hill's
Oh.
wife.
So
Oh,
she's a
okay.
she's a she's a 16.5 on her left
How's
foot
that possible?
and a size 16 on her right foot.
Yeah, look at those.
Oh
She got the
shit.
Kevin
God.
Durant's, bro.
Jeez. That
She got
episode
the
was really funny.
KD. She got the KD for sure.
That was a funny episode. Um,
And
no,
for
yeah, I
reference,
I think I think for like, and it's not we're not talking like abnormal, but we are
KD
talking,
hockey stick legs for people reference.
oh, the USA when you see it is wrong.
True.
KD wrong.
True.
That's fish.
He
That's
got the
fish.
hockey sticks.
Nah, nah, you can't do him
Why
like
they
that.
do him like it's the
You
angle?
can't do him like
why, why
Damn.
they why
What
they
size
come
are
on?
they? What size is like a?
KD or
KD.
Peggy Hill? Who's who, bro? Like I don't know.
Those are ridiculous.
All right, man. Enough of me flaming. All right.
He's a size 18.
So they're not far off.
Yeah, no,
Jeez.
he's a size 18. God damn. No, yeah, I think I'll go with Gabe. Anything that is not in technically a men's size, like if you're
Mhm.
still in boys, I feel like you're good. But once you cross
What if
over to the men's,
hello? What if they're a 7.5? It's the first
that's the first,
men's
right?
sizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the first men's sizing, but they're right there.
Eh,
I don't know.
I don't think that's
Um,
that big. I think that's it's rare, but it's not big.
All right, Jeremy.
it,
What are you thinking, Jeremy?
that's too big. 7.5. That's way. Because I'm a 9, so that's we're half a size of.
So she's
size
like,
of
y'all get the same. Get
and she's probably my height
six
too, so
weights.
nah, I can't do that. So you guys are tall. You know, you guys are like a
I
10 and
mean, it's
11.
just it's just like I don't think there is a too big, I guess,
Yeah, it's just
but if you
If
got
you're
them
bigger than
hockey
me, then
if
yeah,
you
that's
got
too
them
big.
if you got them hockey sticks, bro, and if we over here
yeah,
fighting,
it's gotta go.
If you're
yeah.
bigger than me, I don't care what nobody says. If you're bigger than me, then that's too big.
Yeah, kind
If
of
you're wearing a
scary.
10 and a half, if I can go up to Foot Locker like, yo, let me get two 10 and a halves right now. That's too big. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I,
You think you
yeah.
doubling up?
yeah, we can't
Yeah,
be out here, rocking the same. You can't be like, hey babe, can I wear your shoes
you're
today?
gonna,
Like,
yeah,
no.
you're gonna post on the gram, you and your girl, and they're like, "Is that you and your brother, bro? Why, why is your
You
brother
know?
wearing skinny jeans?"
Like why you guys taking a couple pick and why you
Yeah,
taking a couple pick with your brother? Like, come on.
yeah. So I think if we share the same size, that might be too big.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
If
I
you
think
get if
that's
you
the
get
answer.
like, hey babe, can I wear your KDs today? That's a
Hey, babe, can I wear some of your dry fit elites?
Yeah. Don't come to me asking so you can wear my fit at least. That would be
Oh my god.
yo.
Don't stretch my
Yo,
elites
I'll be
out.
sitting on the edge of the bed contemplating like, do I really love her? Like, nah. Uh,
To break them in for you, that's what she'll do.
she,
Yeah, definitely.
she was like, "Yo, I went to Foot Locker. I got both some socks." And she just told me it's the same size. Like, which one is mine? Whichever one, whichever one you want, whichever one you like better.
Oh my god. Yeah,
That's
no, that's a no go.
okay. So that was great. So I think we're all in agreement. Anything that's not the same size as us is too
Yeah.
big. Okay. And then she came back with another question that I really liked as well because, well, I would tailor more to Jeremy because Jeremy, was booed up. How do you feel about couples matching shoes?
Um, it depends. Like, what are we talking? Like Jordans or what? Anything?
Just matching shoes.
I mean, why? Yeah, is it a
Yeah, I don't
difference
mind it.
if
Kind
you're
of.
like
wearing Vans or
like
Jordan
shout,
ones?
shout out to
Yeah.
Little Laces. She does her matching, shoe picks with her man all the time.
Yeah, yeah, I could do that. I don't mind matching.
You and
But
Mia, in the same.
Mia don't really want to. Yeah, she don't really want to match sometimes, but it's cool though. If she wants to do it. We only got one pair together. We only got the 11s together, so not really.
Okay.
Yeah, she don't
You're
really
not down.
like wearing shoes, but I don't mind it if like Chris and his girl or you and your girl did. I think that's pretty cool. You know what I mean?
I,
This shows that you guys
I'm
have something in common.
I did it.
I'm for it.
Yeah, like I
Yeah, I
did
know
it like
you did it before.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Jeremy
was
knows I
cool.
did it with my ex Brianna. Like me and her, we used to do the matching shoes sometimes. Like if I could find her,
Chris will get her right too.
yeah,
Yeah,
like if I
both
could
of you
find her in her
can.
size, we. But like for
Okay.
some reason, after a certain point, we just stopped. We just stopped not matching. Like she had
Yeah, if
pairs
you
that
do
she
it
loved.
by accident, I think that's
Yeah,
a lot cooler. Like I think it's a
yeah.
lot cooler if it's by accident.
Yeah, because at first I did it because I was a kid. Of course, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, hey, babe,
Hey,
let's
yo,
That was
match."
babe.
corny back
Not
then.
not the dry fit elites, but
Yeah, no, no, not the Giants. No, but it was real corny. I'd be like, "Yo, are you wearing your 11s today?" Because I wear my 11s today. But like then after a while, like she liked her sevens more than anything. So she liked the
uh-huh.
11 sevens. It's like she'd rock those more than the anything else. Like I got her the 13s, the French blue 13s, and she didn't. She wore those
Damn.
twice, and it was like, well, that was a waste. I'm like hoping that she rocks them and then she come out with like some bands on and it's like, damn, we the matching thing? Like, come on, like let's get it going. But no, yeah, I like the like Jeremy said, I like the matching shoes when it's just a
Hmm.
coincidence. Like, oh
Not matching per se, but like it like complements each other. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody had the 11s on and somebody had like some sevens, you know what I mean, or the
yeah,
sixes. You know, something that complements each other. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it doesn't necessarily have to be the same exact shoe,
Yeah,
but
that'd be pretty cool.
I think yeah, like Jeremy says, one person wearing one Jordan, wearing another Jordan. I
Like
think that
yeah,
works as well. It just shows that you're kind of like you're both into sneakers.
yeah.
Yeah.
my next girlfriend, we're gonna do a matching shoes photo shoot. I'm just letting you know. That's
You're
gonna be
gonna
my
send out
announcement. That's gonna be my
send out
announcement.
Christmas cards,
Yeah,
Christmas
Yes,
that,
sir.
cards.
that's gonna be the announcement that I have a girlfriend. When and like that is serious. It's gonna be like I'm like, oh hey guys, like here's you guys' Christmas card. And it's gonna be us matching the same outfit with the same shoes. We're gonna probably do like we're gonna do something like weird too. We're gonna do like the KD4s or something.
Oh, something different. Do some what
Something,
the
something. No, because we can't come out with like the bread 11s or something like that. Because that just
do,
is like
do
everybody
something
does that.
different.
You gotta do like come out with the Damian Lillard or the why not point 0.2s or whatever.
Oh, the why nots or the Kawhis.
Yeah,
The
exactly. Come
The
up
Kawhis.
with the new balance
Kawhi.
matching,
The Kawhis.
with the matching
All
Kawhi
right.
games.
Nope.
No, you're
Nope.
not down.
I'm
The,
not down.
you want to do the what is it what is I don't even remember Clay Thompson's shoe name, whatever his shoe name
Oh,
is.
the
Oh,
Antas
Anta?
or whatever.
Yeah,
Anta.
Anta?
Oh my God! And then you come in with some Steph Curry's, that'd be perfect.
Yo,
Flash girls.
I
Oh, the
like I
Sour
like
Patch, the Sour Patch Kids.
yeah, that's what
Oh,
I'm
those are
saying. Those are
fire.
fire.
Yeah,
The KD
Like
I
the
mean the
mismatch, that'd be
Curry
pretty
6
cool.
low.
yeah.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, I really like that model a lot.
No, yeah, those are good. But yeah, so she had some great questions. So and then I want there was one more. Let me find it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So by from El Franco 9.2. Some of these I'm gonna keep for another episode because they're really good, but I want to ask on different times.
Mhm.
El Franco 92. He asked, "Have you ever been inspired by others to rock certain kits?"
Yeah, all the time, all the time, easy.
True.
What
Sometimes
was
from
Uh,
YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
no?
um,
Everybody, everybody,
But like,
especially
it's been
Gabe.
like a specific shoe that you saw somebody that wore something, and you were
He
like, "Oh
brought
yeah,
he
I need
brought
to
up
get
a
that."
shoe. What was it? The Storm Blues. I was thinking to myself, do I have those? And I did, and I forgot how like nice they are. You know
Dude,
the
you
Storm
have
Blue
those?
was? Yeah, I have them. They're really
Dude,
nice.
bro, that shoe's like an $800 shoe now. It's ridiculous.
No, Chris was with me when I bought that shoe. Remember? We went to Foot Action. It was New Year's Eve, and we went and I got them. I got them off
Yo,
retail.
Jeremy, let people sleep. Jeremy got
Yeah.
See,
Oh, I know.
Jeremy sit. Jeremy has some
oh,
stuff that he's just sitting on that
if we were
I
at
like
my
know.
dad's house right now, I would show
yeah.
you some stuff. But I don't have nothing here. Like you're not get nobody's gonna be like, well, what's that? See, that's
Oh,
the thing
yeah.
what people don't realize. People don't think. See, to me, I think I got heat because people be like, he only wears Kyrie's and blah blah blah. So they just look at me like that's nothing. But real people know. You know what I mean? The real ones know. That's all I gotta say.
When you
Oh,
go
we
in and
know.
when you go into Jeremy's dad's house and he offered to cook you food and stuff like that, and then you look up and you see the tower of Nike boxes in the corner or something like that, you realize like
It's
okay, yeah.
crazy. But
You
yeah,
posted
I
on
mean,
your was it Instagram
yeah,
or
but
Snapchat? Like, yo, I forgot I really had some shit.
yeah, and I was taking photos of them, and I was just like, what the fuck? I forgot. Like, what are those red ones? The nines? What are the nines called?
Oh,
The all red nines.
the
The
motorboat?
the motorboat. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's just
Yeah,
crazy that I still have all
those
this
are
to look
dope.
back at.
There's a I think a lot of people because there was a conversation on Twitter a couple of days ago of people asking that same question of like there people like of course like people on the outside looking in don't realize like a lot of like especially for me I would say I'll take the I'll be the example because a lot of shoes I'm kind of like I don't know on until I see somebody else wear them, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, okay, that looks fire. Like I like the way those look. It may be the way that they're wearing them. It may be like the outfit that they put on with it that makes me like a fan. But some shoes I have seen, and I've just seen like the stock photos of them, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not a fan of them. And then I see somebody rocking them at the mall, or I see them rocking
hmm
at the
yeah.
stores.
It
I'm like,
depends how you style your
oh,
shoe. Like, you
those
know
are
what I mean?
fire. And then I end up wanting to get them, and then I get them, and they're like, okay, and then you try to like make something similar but not too similar. Of like, okay, let me see if I
Yeah,
can mimic that same kind of like look
just add
in
your
a
little flair to it.
yeah, you know. And so I think a lot of people forget that. Like for me, I think a lot of people forget that a lot of the stuff that people wear is inspired by something else, or
Yeah, definitely.
so, like most of the shoes that I got were inspired because I was like, yo, I like the way these look when I saw
Mm-hmm.
them here or on this player or on this guy. Like he pulled
Hmm
these out. Like uh, I forgot his Instagram name. I want to. Oh shit! I don't feel like looking it up because I'll forget. But he
Yeah.
he pulls out a lot of shoes, and I'm like, yo, that like he pulls out shoes that I forget were fire shoes. I'm like, oh shit, like I forgot how great those shoes look, and then you want to get those because you see them and you see how great they look, or like just it just brings back a memory or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's the
Mhm.
same. I feel like a lot of people have that.
I definitely all the time actually, dude. I look at some shoes and I'm like, damn, I want those shoes. Um,
Yeah. Just the price.
when when I bought the pine greens, one of the employees there was wearing the five red threes, but the all red ones,
Yeah.
or they're not even the All Star Game threes. There you go.
Mm.
And I
Oh,
was
the
like,
shit. Okay, yeah,
yeah, the all red ones.
yeah, yeah.
I
Those are
was
nice.
like, holy shit, those are fucking nice.
Yeah.
Like,
Hmm.
it's a real nice shoe, like in person, and the contrast with the white laces, it really, really works. Like, it really does. So every time that shoe goes on sale, I look at it like I want to buy it, but I want to catch someone slipping for even less than that. Either
It's
that
on sale though. Everything's on
yeah,
sale right now.
either that or I just want to buy the Chicago pair because they cost the same, and I mean it's the Chicago pair, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
always gotta be a little different.
Yeah, those are a nice shoe. I saw them, and I had to take a double take because I thought I saw them on what was it Sneaker Shout.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were the Chicago pair because I was like looking at it real quick and I was like, wait, what? They're already on. You could find them for cheaper, and it was just a Nike pair. And I was like, nah. When I find a
Yeah.
Chicago pair, I was like, like when I find a Chicago pair at a good price, I want to, like you said, like if I catch somebody slipping, then there we go. We'll pull the trigger immediately. But no, yeah, I think a lot of people are
The
inspired.
Chicago pair right now is only 220 on StockX.
Oh shit.
Sheesh.
Like
It was on sale
it's
though on Nike, right? For a minute.
not the
Or on
Chicago one. The
No,
oh
Chicago
the
one got
regular one?
released.
it was the yeah, it
The
was a
other
Nike.
one, yeah, the other one did. The regular version did.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's still
but
Nike
then
Air in the back, right? The
yeah,
rib.
the other one's
Yeah.
Nike Air and this one's Nike Shy.
That one's
No
crazy.
difference, but
I
you
like I
know,
like the shy. Like something about the shy, just like I really enjoy.
It's just
Just
different.
having that
You
shy.
know,
it's different. We get it,
it's
Chris. You want to be
different.
different.
Some different.
We
Um.
get it. We get it.
But yeah, so we're recording on the day of this episode 2
Mm-hmm.
of the Last Dance documentary for
Oh,
ESPN.
true.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah. I got it
About
in
to
the
watch
back.
that after this. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. So far your thoughts?
I'm watching on that Hulu.
Mm.
Oh, Hulu. What?
Yeah, yeah, you can watch it on Hulu.
Oh, because ESPN is part of Hulu now,
Mm-hmm.
so you could do that.
Look
He's
at
like,
Chris,
what?
like, holy shit! Look at
Since
So I
his
got
when?
whole
Like the
life
live
has
TV
changed.
or just Hulu?
Yeah, Hulu
it's on
Hulu's had
Hulu.
live sports.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
have live sports. Nah, it's always buggy for me, so I never got it.
Hulu has live sports.
true. It's
Those
all buggy.
commercials are so funny.
Nah, I had the Hulu live TV at one point, and then I stopped it because it was like way too glitchy for me. Like it always buffered too many times, so I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'll just wait. I have ESPN Plus, but
No, no,
yeah,
yeah,
I try my best. I try my best to watch. Have you guys seen the first episode?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not. It's so in depth. It's crazy. They under.
yeah.
So I feel bad for Scotty. He didn't make nothing back in Chicago.
They were paying the peanuts.
That's so bad. And that GM though, man, they scrutinize that GM like it's crazy. But all the good he's done for that team, like it balances out. You know what I mean?
You
You
can't say
can't.
that because
You
we had
can't.
Derrick Rose at one point, and they still screwed him too.
Wait, who?
Still
That's two
creates a.
different GMs.
I know exactly.
Yes.
It's a breeding ground
I'm
for
saying
terrible
you
GMs.
can't you can't play both sides. Like he did good for you guys and he did some bad. So
No,
it is what it is.
just because you hugged me doesn't mean I'm not gonna forget that you stabbed me in the back after you hugged me. Nah,
Man, without him, there's no Scotty, none of that shit. You guys are back to being mediocre again.
well, we're already back to being mediocre. But we got a new GM. So as of right now, we're good. Once he cleans house, then it's gonna be Bulls Nation all over again.
Yeah,
Then I
right.
might buy a Bulls T-shirt or something again. I've went on a hiatus and told them that I'm not buying any merchandise until the owner and GM are changed. So We're one step away. One step away. Um,
I'm 2 questions away from finishing. 2 questions.
I thought it was one.
Well, it's one question, but it has 5 questions
parts.
in that.
Oh
Yeah,
my
one
god.
question. Yeah, it's a
Why?
5-parter. Yeah, this dude is like, God damn.
That's too
Well, if
So
you
much.
think about it, it was worth 40 points.
So yeah, I think it
It's
makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just whatever.
so we have so well wait so
What
you're
else?
you're doing wait. Will you have time to give brand updates? Because I know you did in the beginning, but do you want to
Um,
do that now
so
or do you want to?
for the brand, we we have both designs pretty much done for the 2 shirts. We have the stickers finalized. We have the website is coming along as
Yep.
well,
Yep.
and then there's also hats that are
Oh,
pretty much
hat.
done. Yeah, the hats are pretty much done. Um, they just need to go into production now, and I want to do another item, but I think I'm gonna hold off and release it later on in the summer, like in June or something, like mid June. I want to do fucking shorts, like kind of like fleece shorts, I guess, but not really fleece
Yeah.
shorts, but kind of, yeah, yeah. I want to rock some of those, and then I'm trying to roll out with product all summer long, all
Yeah.
summer long, bro.
All summer long. Yeah. So like Gabe mentioned, there is a website in the works. We are trying to make this a complete hub, so there's nothing that people have to go to like 17 different things to do one
Yeah.
or the other. So website is in the works. Also, we are working on uh, becoming one social media. So right now we have the podcast IG page as well as the Threads IG page. We are
Hmm.
working on making that one. Uh, so that is in the works. So at some point this week, you guys will get um, get a notification. If you guys are watching this, the IG, the Unlaced Threads is going to be the page that we're migrating to. So anybody that's watching this that is only following one or the other, make sure that you're following the Threads IG page. That's Unlaced X Threads on IG. Uh, so make sure you do that as soon as possible. If you're hearing this, whenever you hear this, just do this. Do this now. When you're hearing this, do this now. Uh, and then, like Gabe said, we do have some product coming out soon for you guys.
We I guess since we did the collab with LAPC and we finally like unveiled it. All of our collabs for the summer, they're all workwear, so they're designs and tees that will be worn by the staff of whatever the place is.
Yeah,
So we have LAPC, we have Burger Stop, and we have Voodoo Love. Voodoo
mm,
Love is in San Francisco. So I mean, we're dropping a little pins around the
yeah,
nation. You know, it's
yeah,
pretty cool. It's pretty cool to get people outside of our direct market, like Pasadena, Los Angeles. People in the Bay like just
mm,
are fucking with it.
yeah,
We also have a potential collab with a startup basketball league in
mm.
SF. Um, they just want to be adults, play basketball, and we just want
Hmm.
to be designers and give
Yeah,
them stuff to wear.
exactly.
So yeah, dude, there's just a lot of little things that are in the works that once they come around, once we get past this hump and we look back and we are able to see everything out in front of us,
Yeah,
it's gonna feel real good, man.
yeah,
Because we've been struggling.
yeah,
Not in a bad way, not like we can't keep afloat or we don't have finances for this. Struggling just like getting everyone on board, getting everyone to have the same availability,
yeah,
getting people to communicate back and really just work. That's been an issue,
mm,
but it's cool, man. It's flowing. It's
yeah,
flowing naturally. That's
yeah.
good.
And as of yesterday, Whenever you guys seen this, it'll be before this. We are going to have new microphones, so I like
Oh.
to, they're
Oh,
coming in.
okay. You see
They're
that
coming in.
reaction? That was a
So
real reaction.
we're having
Okay.
we are upgrading the new microphones. So, like Gabe said, it's just little things that we're working on to make this a better experience for everybody. Um, and so the microphones are coming in, hopefully, and then we also have we're working on we're just working on the overall quality of the show. Right now, it's a little hard because of the fact that we're all have to be at home, and we can't really go anywhere. Nothing's really open for us to be able to use. But
Hmm.
like Gabe said, once we get over this hump, we want to look back and you guys be able to see the new updates, the new improvements that we made on the show, as well as the brand and just overall people coming and spending time with us. Uh, but yeah, so
Oh, I
that's
will say this. I forgot because you're my bad, dude. But I did want to mention that before all of this happened and before we're put into this stay-at-home order, we did have a pop-up scheduled. We
mhm.
did have a storefront that was going to host us for the week, for the
Oh.
weekend. We had a lot of things that were in place to really kind of come out and say, here's what we've been working on, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and obviously we're not going to be able to do that anymore. Um, we there's a small chance because the stay-at-home order is supposed to end on the 15th, and our original date for the pop-up was the 16th.
yeah.
Shit.
Um, yeah, so they're literally 2 days, one day apart. So, on the off chance that we're still able to go through with it, then we're gonna go through with it. If not, then we'll just roll out like everything else prior, and we'll have another pop-up at that store at a different time. Um,
You know, and you guys
so
can see
yeah,
our faces in person, and then you can brush for $5. You can brush Gabe's hair. Only five brushes.
curls only
So
Five brushes.
only 5 brushes, bro.
we got five
Well, we
brushes.
gotta give an even number because I need like 3 and 3. We can't just 3-2, or
Uh,
2-3.
okay, so for 550, we'll give you guys a deal. You guys can six brushes, one on three on each side. You know, you know,
I could take that.
550. We don't give change, so if you don't have exact change, sorry,
six
sorry to tell you,
dollars,
six
six dollars,
Six
dollars.
please.
dollars.
But yeah, no. There's a lot of stuff that are in the works that are in the works, were in the works, all that stuff. 2020, we have me and Gabe have talked, and we have goals for this year,
Hmm.
and we still look to hit those goals by the end of this year, by the end of all this I guess this pandemic. So just bear with us. We're trying our best to give you guys content in this time of uncertainty, and just kind of just wanted trying to give
Hey,
something.
StockX needs to take notes from this guy.
Yeah, stock StockX would thank you guys for giving us the quality of content to be able to give to you guys, because before you
Damn.
guys mess
Yo,
up, we
these
hope we get to talk.
my family over here, they clearly see me
Yeah.
setting up dinner all around me, like I'm
Hey.
not here.
Oh yeah, no, you're not a factor right now. You're in your own little.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I want to thank you guys for watching. We will definitely try to get more of these if it has to. Um,
Hmm.
since we have a whole nother 2-3 weeks of this,
Hmm.
we'll
I think
probably
we can
more,
get in another
and
two
more.
for sure.
Yeah, and so we'll see what happens. Hopefully, StockX drops the ball on something else again, so we can come back to you guys. But yeah, so I want to thank you guys. Thank Jeremy so much. I know he is, a father and has a lot of things that he has to do.
Oh yeah,
And,
don't worry. I
yeah.
you know I gotta get
This is
away for a second.
That's what I was gonna say.
But
This is that for
yeah,
him.
I do want you guys, if you guys ever do get a chance, I will say this: go to Jeremy's Instagram page. There is a awesome little segment he does with
Oh, well, not
unboxing
right
videos.
now.
And you about to
Uh,
do one right now?
No, there's nothing to
Oh,
buy
there's
anymore.
Oh,
I
true.
wish.
My bad.
when
My bad.
when
When you buy
he
all the Kyries, you know, you just
when he gets shoes, he does an unboxing with his daughter. It is the greatest thing ever. Um, we, I want to start having people see that more. So when you do those, send them to us so we can put them on the
I
show.
need
So
my camera back. That's what I need.
it's sitting in the car. It's sitting in the car. I don't want to come into the house. I know Mia is probably like very like nobody come near anybody in the house because Liv's there. So I'm
Hey,
just
there's
holding on to
Lysol
the
for
field.
that, bro. There's
Hmm?
Lysol for
That's
that.
there. Yes.
Well,
All right.
can I be considerate? She's a newborn. I'm just I'm just trying to make sure.
Hey, bro. Babies cannot get it.
Okay,
Don't say
well,
that shit. Knock on some wood.
nah,
Oh,
but yeah. So we definitely want. If you guys check that out, go check out Jeremy. All his social media will be here. You guys, if you guys haven't seen our new social media tag on how we introduce each other, you know the one with the like the flipping shoes. The
oh
different,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
On.
True. It's been a while. That's why,
Watch our
dude.
last
It's
episode.
been
You
a
can
while.
see
It's been a
the
while. You're right. Right. Right.
yeah. So we got to refresh them on the subtle changes we made. It's like that. Even though we just took a step forward to take a step back because now we're doing these Skype calls for episodes in front of the camera. But yeah, but you guys watch it. Make sure that you guys check that out. The, I'm Chris, Gabe,
What
Jeremy.
up?
Everybody's please stay safe. Whatever you do to stay safe, stay sane as well because I know a lot of people are going crazy with nothing to do. Play video games, read a book, go for a walk, work out. Um, bother your parents, maybe. See how that works. I don't know. Clean your
I
room.
don't know.
You need to clean your room. You know, little stuff to make yourself productive. But with all that being said, thank you for
Damn.
watching. I hope you guys have a great week. Yeah, because Sunday.
Hmm.
Yeah, have a great week.
Yeah, we. It's
It's in,
Sunday.
it's Insecure Sunday, so I'm about to
Insecure
go watch
Oh.
Sunday.
some Ray.
Oh,
Oh, okay. For
I
sure.
gotta watch my Insecure real quick. So I'll check you guys later.
Oh, okay.
stupid.
Yeah, they already spoiling on Twitter right now, so I gotta watch before I get back on Twitter because they're messing it up for me. But yeah, so thank you guys for joining. You guys have a great time, and that is the show.
Yeah, buddy. Good luck. Peace out.
You said this ain't what you want, but you're all I need. Look what you done started. Now I can't stop falling. Never in too deep. Shit, I couldn't stop it. We should've stayed friends. Should've made you as an option. Try to fall back and then I fall